Peace and blessings to all y'all Facebook. I just want to talk a little bit about, this Nike campaign they got going on with Colin Kaepernick, this do it activity, man. You know, I want y'all to start looking more in depth to it, like, salute the Cap, though, because he's still taking his stand, you know what I'm saying? He ain't switched up, and yeah, he taking some money from him, but he ain't conforming to him. He ain't bowing down, in other words. He's still pushing his campaign. But on the other hand, Nike got their own agenda too. And what I mean by that is, it's called How to Make an Economic or Ghetto Slave by Willie Lynch III, a lesson for the new millennium. And a lot of y'all sit there and say, well, I ain't no slave, regardless of how I kind of form it. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, man. According to the people who run this country, you are an economic slave if you go to work every day and you pay your bills and you pay taxes. If you out here hustling in these streets or hustling in some other kind of way, you are a ghetto slave. Either way it go, they got you in a form of slavery. So, let me start off by reading some of this. And I ain't gonna just read it word for word. I'm gonna give y'all an analysis of it so you understand it real quick. So, let's start at the beginning of this letter, and it reads, building on my great-grandfather's work, we can see how we can continue to reap profits from the blacks without the current methods of containment that they use on themselves. Number one is ignorance. Number two is greed. And number three is selfishness. All right. So the first thing they do is they start breaking down ignorance. All right. The ignorance of blacks is the primary weapon of containment. Primary weapon of containment. A great man once said, the best way to hide something from a black is to put it in a book. I mean, we don't think he's so great, but I'm giving you their vision. You know what I'm saying? How they looked this out. And this was written years ago. I can't remember the exact year, but it was a little while ago. But the numbers that I'm going to read off in here a little bit later down this to give you all an idea of what kind of timeline it was in. They said that blacks have gained the opportunity to read any book on any subject through the efforts of their fight for freedom and integration, yet they refuse to read. There are numerous books readily available at Borden's, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon.com that would help them reach economic equality, which should have been their fight all along. However, very few of them read consistently, if at all. So, yeah, I'm giving you how they think of us, but we're going to tie it to Kaepernick and his Nike campaign. Because when I get down to when breaking down how much money they make off of us doing to this shit and how we are consumer people, remember that because I'm about to come up on it, then you're going to start to understand what I'm saying. Nike is not doing this for the black community. You know what I'm saying? They are capping off a cap. Pun intended. Because see, they don't care about the black community. And the way they look at it is, well, if we put Kaepernick's face on it, that's going to be publicity. For those who watch Straight Outta Compton, all publicity is good publicity. So being that it got all this negative attention to it, that's just drawing attention to it too. They know it's still racism going on out here, and they know he a hated figure amongst Americans or patriots. You know what I'm saying? Because they trying to say his act is going against the flag and stuff like that when it's doing no such thing. Standing up for his people and his own beliefs. And it says, as long as they continue to publish books for our benefit and keep books, computers, and the internet out of their hands, meaning black people's hands, we will never see the masses of them rise above the slums and projects. And it still ain't happened. The masses of us is not out of the slums and projects. Yeah, I know we got some rich people here and there. You know what I'm saying? Some people y'all idolizing and all that other mess, but they ain't doing nothing. They ain't did nothing, man. They ain't brought nobody out the ghetto. They ain't brought nobody out the slums, no projects, none of that. So the masses of us is still down. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Because their whole belief system was that if they was to teach the black person their language, then that black person could learn all their secrets. Therefore, he would no longer be ignorant. Ignorant meaning not knowing. So therefore, he would know. So he's not ignorant anymore. All right? So, let me get to the second thing. The second thing that they use is greed. So let me break down how they use greed. Greed is another powerful weapon of containment. Blacks, since the abolishment of slavery, have had large amounts of money at their disposal. Last year, this is the part I was talking about. I can't remember what year it was. I didn't write all that down because that wasn't important to me. I got to research that. They spent $9 billion during Christmas. $9 billion during Christmas? That's just from black people. And represent about $450 billion in purchasing power. I seen a comment on Facebook earlier. A young lady made a very valuable comment. She said that Nike made $1.2 trillion off of black people last year. $1.2 trillion. That puts this 450 in the dust. 450 billion. You know what I'm saying? Put that in the dust. It said that will easily allow any of us to use them as our primary target market for any business venture. Being primarily a consumer people, they function totally by greed. They continually want more without any regard for saving or investing. They would rather buy some new sneaker than invest in starting a business or a community development organization. Some would even neglect their children to have the latest Tommy or FUBU. Well, since it was in that time frame, right now, people neglect their kids to have that new Gucci belt. You know what I'm saying? Or them new red bottoms. Or them J's. You know what I'm saying? They still think that having a Mercedes or a big house in the middle of the ghetto gives them status, or that they have achieved the American dream. They are fools. The vast majority of their people are still in poverty, living in slums, projects, and rundown homes. What have they achieved? Their greed holds them back from making their communities better for themselves. With the help of BET and the rest of their black media, we will continue to see huge profits like those of Tommy and Nike. Oh, he talking about Nike. Wow. Y'all think I'm tripping. I ain't tripping. This is what they doing. They see this as a business opportunity, man. You know what I'm saying? They will continue to congregate in their bumpy communities and slums trying to show off to each other while we build solid communities with the profits from our businesses that they make the money off of black people. Some would agree that this is the last method that is the most powerful of them three. So what is this last method they think is the most powerful? Selfishness. And this is going to break down how selfishness is different than greed and how they're using this. Selfishness, ingrained in their minds through slavery, is one of the major ways we can contain them in a slave status. We all know that any group united under one vision can accomplish anything. The Bible shows that even God acknowledged in the Tower of Babel story, that a people united can accomplish anything. See, look, they believe in Nimrod. So you know they about going against the grain. But that's another topic, man. You know what I'm saying? Said, with this said, we understand that the most effective way to keep them contained is to create divisions among blacks as a people. So where we got divisions at now? We got Israelites. We got the Amun, you know what I'm saying? We got the Commissions. We got Islam. They create separation through us on many different levels. This gang, this hood, that hood. You feel me? Come on, man. What y'all doing, man? Y'all falling right into this shit. Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up, man. Shit. One of their own, W.E.B. Du Bois, said that there was an innate division in their culture. A talented tenth, he called it. And he was correct in that deduction. Because look at where we at now. It's only probably 10% of African Americans who is doing something that's real up there, right? You know what I'm saying? When we talk about entertainers, athletes, and successful entrepreneurs and stuff like that. That's only about 10% of our population. Du Bois also stated that they didn't read that the talented 10th was then responsible to aid the non-talented 90% in achieving a better life. So this is why, you know, Cap getting so much hate, because Cap really trying to stand up for this. This is what LeBron tried to do with the school. He trying to take a step to do something too. Jordan ain't never did nothing for y'all. except build up private prisons for y'all to go to, and he keep that shit funded. He ain't supported no ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Oprah ain't supported shit either. She came to my hometown in Mansfield, Ohio, about some heroin. Funded the whole motherfucking jail. Talking about rehab centers and shit, nigga. They built a jail with that money, nigga. Whole $1 million. And then she filed a lawsuit on them. Shit, she want them motherfuckers to stay on dope. She don't want you to lock them up. Man, come on, man. The selfishness of the buppy class and the it's all about me attitude, which is what all y'all talking about now. I'm doing me. I'm doing me. Yeah, do you then, nigga. Because that's what you is, a nigga. You know what I'm saying? This attitude has caused them to isolate both classes and caused them as a whole to achieve nothing great for themselves in the form of solid communities, business, or economic empowerment. They will never achieve what we have. Oh, we gonna achieve it. Because you got people like me out here. I'm gonna keep talking like this. You can't kill me, nigga. I ain't scared. I'm gonna let y'all know the truth, brothers, sisters. And this ain't no knock against white people. Because if you Irish or a Scot or something that's not what they call Caucasian, non-white, is how they wrote it up in the papers in the law. Shit, they put y'all in the same position they put us in. Because they don't like you. Just like the indigenous Native Americans. Well, I shouldn't even call them Native Americans. The indigenous people to this continent, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Their selfishness has not allowed them to work together on any project or endeavor of substance. Or when they do get together, their selfishness get egos in the way. So they forget all about the goal. Because everybody start trying to exalt themselves above another and show out. Oh, I did this, I did that, man. I did this, I got that. Y'all tripping, man. They said that we are content to sit in conference and conventions and talk about what they will do and award the best speakers a plaque. Is there no end to their selfishness? I doubt it. These Willie Lynch words, man. They lack essential information for combating selfishness, and that is that together each achieves more. Acronym for team. Together each achieves more. They do not understand that they are no better than each other because of what they own. And that's what a lot of y'all do. I see that on Facebook a whole lot. Y'all feel like because y'all doing something, especially for those who doing the right thing, you ain't supposed to exalt yourself or show out for it or stun on somebody with it. Okay, just keep doing the right thing. I see a lot of y'all doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And then most of these buppies, which is these, you know what I'm saying, these motherfuckers who think they got some money, shit, most of them 2 to 3 paychecks away from poverty. While they run around here trying to stun on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to wrap this up real quick. It says, all of which is under the control of our pens in our offices and boardrooms. Yes, we will continue to contain them as long as we keep them from reading. Let them buy anything they want and keep them thinking that they are really helping their communities by paying dues to some organization. And then I quote this part significantly. He closed this out by saying, by the way, don't worry about any of them reading this letter. Remember, they don't read. So the primary target is blacks. But you know what I'm saying? For any other minority or for any other people singled out through this law, they capping off all of us. Especially Kapp'n Off Kaep. Yeah, Cap got some millions off of that, but they about to get trillions. Wake up, man. Lake Placid out.